Hello, all my beautiful souls, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of July 2022. As you know, dear Sagittarius, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Sagittarius. In the past position, we have the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Four of Swords. In the challenging position, we have the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. In the present position, we have the Six of Swords, clarified by the Two of Swords. And in the future outcome position, we do have the Seven of Swords, clarified by the Four of Cups. So in the past position, definitely there was something that you really worried about, that you had anxiety over. It could be related to a situation in your life that is now over, but you still have lingering feelings about it. It could be related to a relationship in your life that is now over, but again, you could still have feelings of resentment, feelings of anxiety, feelings of uneasiness, still related to that particular relationship. Clearly, with the Four of Swords in the clarifying position, it tells me that for quite some time you were unable to move past the difficult event. You were unable to get the rest that you needed. Sometimes you sleep and then you wake up and you still don't feel like you're rested, because there is a difference between, resting your body and resting your soul. You can sleep a full night and still feel like you are wired and still feel like you are, anxiety driven, if you will. I do see that it's interesting because this person is sitting in their bed, and they have this cover, and this cover represents wanting to cover yourself as a way to protect yourself from the evil forces, if you will. That's the quilt that symbolizes the need to kind of protect yourself by putting it over you. But there is still feelings of fearfulness related to something that is important in your life. But the good thing is that this difficult combination is behind you. You are moving forward. You are progressing, and you are leaving the stress and the, resentment and the distress and the anxiety, and maybe even feeling guilty over something that happened in the past. You're working really hard to kind of move forward, because there are, wonderful things that await you, and new challenges and new successes. So you did receive valuable knowledge, valuable experience, because it is only when we go through something difficult that we're able to really truly appreciate the important things in our life. And remember, you don't actually go through anything, you grow through anything. Difficulties and stress and anxiety actually help us grow into better human beings. Now, in the challenging position, you do have the Queen of Swords. This could represent someone in your life. This could also represent your energy as well. But, it's quite a difficult energy to have, the Queen of Swords, especially when she appears in the challenging position. Sometimes it means that your emotions are getting the better of you. There may be something that you, like I mentioned, where you allow your thoughts, the negative thoughts, to kind of dictate the emotions that you feel. Because remember, thoughts are related to emotions, right? And what is an emotion? That is energy in motion. So when you concentrate on negativity or playing a victim, where you hold on, you continue to hold on to something that has happened where you feel you were wronged, and you focus on the negativity, definitely, that attracts more anxiety and more worry and more stress. So definitely, it's also important to remember that when you have the Queen of Swords in the challenging position, you may experience some confusion about an event or a situation in your life. You may not have all the facts when the Queen of Swords appears in the challenging position, but definitely there is some emotional dependency. You could be, there's some emotional dependency that's coming through there's a clear vibration, there's a clear frequency that's coming through regarding being emotionally dependent on something that you need to let go of. That is what creates that manipulative behavior, if you will. But emotional dependency definitely creates lack of progress. It's important to be aware of it as well. Now, the Seven of Pentacles in the clarifying position, it tells me that you may be kind of not really pushing forward to level up. The Seven of Pentacles is definitely tells me that you may not be feeling like you are progressing as much. And so, again, that negative kind of pattern of thinking may be keeping you stuck, or maybe, where you may feel like you are stuck and you're not progressing as much as you want. The Seven of Pentacles is also a card that comes up frequently when there is absolute lack of patience, where the person wants to have everything immediately, and when it isn't, done, when it doesn't happen that way, then that person kind of drops and walks away. So it's important to have patience, dear Sagittarius. It's important to feel connected to yourself, to the world around you. It's important to, feel like you are enough. It is important to feel like you are moving in the right direction. And even though, you may not receive a lot of rewards in the month of July, the rewards are coming. You are leveling up in the fact that you have the Seven of Swords in the future outcome position. You're clearly becoming and gaining advantage in something. You're clearly gaining ground when it comes to a particular situation. So there's no need to be to have despair just yet. The abundance is coming and the rewards are coming, even though it may feel like it's just taking forever. Again, changing the perspective, adjusting the lens through which you are looking may be just the right thing for you to do. Now, in the present position, we do see the Six of Swords, which is a card of transition. It's a card of change that is happening in your life. You're moving away from the difficult energy, from the stressful energy, from the worry energy, from the manipulative energy, towards gaining advantage, towards feeling like you are finally moving in the direction that you need to be. You are solving problems, you're finding solutions in the month of July. This is going to be a good month for you. You're going to feel relief. You're going to feel like the burdens you have been carrying are becoming much, much more lighter. And so there's going to be a spring in your step. You're going to start looking towards the future. You're going to start looking towards strategizing and putting plans together regarding what you want to achieve. The most difficult period is definitely behind you, but still you may be feeling the effects of different anxiety, of different worry that may be kind of, still lingering around you and creating that difficult energy. We do see that even though you are moving towards a better situation, there's still some difficult decisions that have to be made. There's still some cleaning up to do, if you will, to completely disassociate yourself from the previous difficult situation and to fully embrace the new cycle that is coming in, dear Sagittarius. In the future outcome position, we do see that you are gaining advantage because you are maybe improvising a little bit. Maybe you are kind of getting away with something by not sharing everything with the people that are around you, by not being totally and absolutely honest, if you will. And frankly, you don't really care because you have the Four of Cups in the clarifying position, which is a card of indifference. It's a card of feeling feeling detached. It's a card of feeling disconnected. You are on your way towards abundance. You are on your way towards fulfilling your dreams. Sometimes, things kind of take a turn, where things are difficult, but you are finding your path and you are moving in the direction of success, dear Sagittarius. But let's see what we can clarify with the Moon Oracle card, if you will. And we do see that abundance is present for you in the month of July. Take advantage of this time of abundance, dear Sagittarius. It is all around you. Possibility and opportunity are everywhere. You are open and responsive to the abundance around you. Our ancient ancestors couldn't just go off to the supermarket to buy what they needed to eat. Warm clothing was made from skins of the same animals that were hunted for meat. So remember, the hunter moon is the traditional moon of plenty. It was when game was at its most plentiful, so the people would not go hungry. The moon was large and bright in the sky, and in some cases deep orange, and there was a great deal of light to go hunting well into the evening. So the opportunities are around you night and day. As modern people, we are less used to these natural cycles of plenty and barrenness because most of us have stepped away from growing food and the natural environment. However, these cycles are still there, even if we're not a part of them consciously. And the crystal, the stone that will help you attract more abundance is, of course, citrine. So definitely get the citrine crystal, put it, in a pocket, wear it, carry it with you as you move throughout the day, and it will provide additional abundance. Now let's see what we can clarify with the Shaman's Dream Oracle card, and we do see Crown Games, right use of power. I don't know why I said bright. The Crown Games card is all about power. There's a game of power played by all people, whether they're conscious of it or not. It concerns who has the power and who doesn't, how to get more of it and not to lose that which you have, how to wield it wisely and not to get drunk with it and cause harm. So true power is stewarded wisely because it is given from the divine, not from the ego. In all your relations, the greatest beauty is when power is shared. If you are in a higher position, it's even more important to be kind and respectful. You're definitely gaining power, and the divine here is suggesting that be careful with how you use power, because power can be a resource that is lost. But this card definitely relates to the Seven of Swords. You are gaining in power. You are getting away with something that you always wanted. The divine is helping you achieve a higher level. The reward that you wanted to receive, it's actually coming much sooner than you realize. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Sagittarius. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I will see you next time.